Thank you for joining me for Veg with Lisa Live. I'm Lisa. These are the veggies that I'm going to play with today, and it's most definitely live. But before I get to cooking, please type in the comments, say hi, let me know that you're here and that you can see me and that you can hear me and that you are ready to play with some magic purple sweet potatoes, because we are going to make some sweet potato soup. Now, normally I make this sweet potato soup. It's a recipe from my reset. By the way, my fall reset is coming up in November. Registration, hi Rob, registration opens on October 26th. I'm testing recipes to get ready, and this is a new sweet potato recipe for the reset. Emily is in the house. Emily, do you have any of these magic purple potatoes in your kitchen? Anyway, so I love sweet potato soup. I love potato soup. I love potatoes. I love sweet potatoes. This is a recipe from my reset. I'm testing it this week, refining it, honing it. And I decided to try something new. Thank you, Emily. And make it with these purple sweet potatoes, because Rob and I watched Live to 100 Secrets from the Blue Zones on Netflix. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Hi, Cousin Mildred. Because, well, the show is so fascinating, and I can't go into that because we got to cook. But they discovered that one of the longest living regions on Earth is Okinawa. And one thing that those smart Okinawans do is they eat a lot of these fancy purple sweet potatoes. So I'm going to make a soup with them. Now, not to worry, if you don't have access to these beauties, you can use any kind of potato. You can use orange sweet potatoes, white sweet potatoes. Heck, I've even used old red skin potatoes. It doesn't matter. Any potato will work. But if you can get your hands on some of these beauties, it's worth a try. Okay, let me show you what we got going on. Oh my gosh, we've got Emily in the house. We've got Cousin Mildred tuning in from Wales. What's the weather like across the pond, Mildred? All right, I want to show you what I've got going. So I've got my handy little red soup pot, which I love so much. And I've got some aromatics. That's the fancy French word for things that smell good when you saute them. I have got some, actually I use shallots today because I really like shallots. They're a little bit more mild. You could use onion. I've got some fresh ginger for a little bit of heat. The weather's turning cold, so I'd like a little ginger for a little spice. And then I've got some extra garlic for Emily. Okay, Mildred says the weather's not too bad in Wales. That's good because I'm going to be there next week. All right, I've got some avocado oil in the pot. It's what I'm cooking with these days. And then I'm going to toss these aromatics in, and it's going to start to smell really, really good. And I know one day somebody is going to invent an iPhone that you can smell the smells through. But in the meantime, I'll just tell you. Then I'm going to cut up these beautiful purple sweet potatoes. Now, I've already washed them. I'm not going to peel them because they're organic. So you know when you've got one of these true purple sweet potatoes, the Japanese kind, because they're kind of marbly like this and the skin is thin like a regular old Irish potato. Hi, Claudio, and you can eat the skin on this. So I just gave them a good scrub, and I'm going to chop them up and toss them in. So you may be wondering, what is so special about these purple Japanese sweet potatoes? Well, one of the things is they're a low energy density food. That's kind of a long-winded way of saying that for the nutrition they pack, they don't have a ton of calories. We just measure calories in energy, right? Whatever, don't count calories, but if you eat these, you're gonna get so much more nutrition than say if you ate the same amount of white rice, right? Okay, so I'm putting those in. Oh, one of these guys ran away. I want him to go in too. Another reason that they are so amazingly good for you is because they have, get this, 500%. That's 520 of your recommended daily allowance for vitamin A in just 1 cup. They also have a ton of vitamin C and a ton of one of my favorite things in the world, fiber. Because here's the deal. Most of us freak out about not getting enough protein. You get enough protein. What we don't get enough in this country of is fiber. And you need fiber for a healthy gut, and you need a healthy gut for a healthy immune system. So These purple sweet potatoes have, I think it's like 5 grams of fiber per 1 cup serving, which is really amazing. Vitamin A, vitamin C, fiber, B vitamins, folate, thiamine, riboflavin. Oh my gosh. Potassium, no more cramps, all these amazing things. So in my beautiful red soup pot, I have got my aromatics, onion or shallot, garlic for Emily, ginger for me. What else did I use? That's it, just those 3. And then I chopped up some purple sweet potatoes. Okay, now I happen to have some homemade veggie stock on hand, so I'm gonna use that. If you don't, normally I just use water in this recipe and it's fine, fine, fine. And then you will, I like to cover it and set it off on the heat to cook until those potatoes are tender. Now I've already, because I'm way ahead of you, that is not funny or true. I already have a pot on the stove that I've made. Ooh, it is a sweet potato facial. Okay, gosh, I'm getting kind of excited. Sorry. I think I was yelling at you. So you can see what happens. Oh, you know, also put a little bit of salt in there, especially if you're using water or veggie stock that's not salted. Can you see how soft and squishy these are getting? That's when you know that they're done. All right. So simple. Any color of potatoes that you want. Avocado or olive oils are what I'm using these days. Aromatics, garlic, onion or shallot, ginger. I love fresh ginger this time of the year. Sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, any color potatoes, fancy magic purple sweet potatoes if you can find them because they are so magic. And then some water or even veggie stock, a little bit of salt. And I cook that all up. Okay, now what? All right, this is creamy, and because I don't really do dairy in this house, ginger. Emily, how is ginger? I happen to have some homemade milk, non-dairy milk. Now listen, I am not a fan of having a whole bunch of extra appliance sitting around, but if you are a non-dairy milker, I'm getting steam. Oh my God. The Almond Cow is so worth your money. I'm not kidding you. I whipped this stuff right before the show in like 2 seconds. You can use a can of coconut milk. It's super rich and decadent and tasty, but very high in saturated fat. You can use any kind of unsweetened non-dairy milk. The kind I like for this particular recipe is I like to make my own cashew coconut. Mostly cashew, and then a little bit of coconut to make the milk, and you pour it in there. Oh my God, I'm so, Ginger is strong. She must have lived in Okinawa. Okay, you're gonna have to pretend that I'm not gonna run around to the other side of the counter because I forgot to get, how can I forget my favorite tool? Don't go away, stay there. I forgot one of my most favorite kitchen tools. Phew, thank God this kitchen is the size of a pea. Then I'm gonna puree this. This is so fun. I love this. I love my Almond Cow. I love this immersion blender. Oh, such a fantastic, look at the color. Look at the color. Emily and anybody else with doggies, do you feed them sweet potatoes? Our dogs absolutely love sweet potatoes. Look at that. Now I know purple food might seem a little bit weird, but remember, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, B vitamins, potassium, magic for longevity and healthy longevity. I mean, we don't want to just live a long time, right? We want to be super healthy and active like those Okinawans. Now, you know, I probably would go a little bit more with that, but I don't want to bore you, and I'm getting hungry. So I'm going to show you how I would finish that. Look at that. So it's just a nice pureed soup. You can make it as thin as you like or as thick as you like, adding more milk or more water or broth. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's so beautiful. Absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Now, forgot I already have a bowl over here. I'm going to plate this up. And then I'm going to finish it with a little bit of cilantro, which I think goes quite nicely. And I was out in my garden earlier today, and I've got these beautiful marigolds, which are edible flowers. Did you know that? This reminds me of ginger, Emily. And you can garnish your soup with them. Just such a beautiful, colorful, eat the rainbow dish. And then because I can't help myself, and I know Emily is also in the house, I didn't add any black pepper, I just added some sea salt. I'm gonna add a little bit, drizzle of chili oil. I love Spice Switch from my friend Sabrina here in Asheville. Her chili crisp and chili oil are made with healthy oils and no added sugar, which is very unusual. No sugar at all. Let's see now, where's my spoon? Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna get this up here and I'm gonna give it a taste. And I'm gonna see if I feel magic. Look at that. Isn't that so beautiful? After eating some of this magic purple sweet potato soup. Man, it really, really, really is delicious. So simple, magical powers. I feel stronger already. Thank you for joining me for Veg with Lisa Live. Don't forget, my reset is coming up in November, starts November 6th, and registration opens the 26th. Rob, what is Rob saying? Beautiful color. I need to overdub the intro with Purple Rain. That would have been a great idea. I'll see if I can figure that out for my YouTube channel. Or maybe you can help me out. Does anybody know how to do that? Emily says purple is the crown chakra. Our stairway to the heavens. You're welcome, Mildred. Thank you all so much for being here. Now go make some magic of your own.